we're moving to one of the next talking point. Since we're on this relationship issue with male and female and the whole jacket thing, now there's a thing where you meet someone, how they are, and after being in a relationship with them, the expectations start to come up. So we want to discuss why is it that if you meet a female and this is how you meet them, why do you then want them to change? Or if a female meets a male, why do they now expect the male to start changing? Any of you ever have that happen yet?
Yep.
I think it comes down to, well, not just that, but one of the major factor is, as the statement says, love is blind, right? And when you just meet the person, you and them just start gel and vibes, you literally like your blinkers them turn up who are going on the side of the little nuisance them when now you're not paying attention to it, just pay attention upon what you like. And that you just sweet you. But eventually go past that honeymoon stage now, where the whole joy and all that the stick on my feet, and now you start to see the person as a whole. And you see him let him suck this, she put her panty this, and now all of a sudden now, before that was like, you just laugh it off and you in your mind. Now it become a problem. And I think
Yeah,
at this,
I see what you're saying.
at this it start to trend from once you start really focus on the person. And that's why a lot of people say, yo, it's best to take a friendship approach first, then a relationship approach. But so when you meet somebody and just run a relationship, you tend to be clouded by that honeymoon stage. But once you get settled and you start to say, yo, John, no, about 6'2" that you have, that become a problem now and everything. And now, yeah. It's just one of them
No,
things that I.
I see what you're saying in a snipe. It's like, because of that initial attraction, you are blinded to all of the negative things that you don't like because of that initial overwhelming urge to be in a relationship. And to the point where you say it's best to take a friendship approach first. Nowadays, if you meet a woman on the street and you start talking to them, right? If you take that friendship approach, chances are you put yourself in the friend zone. Chances
True,
are you
true.
friendship yourself out of a possible relationship.
Chances are our next man reach out before you while you're a friend are.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah, friend or yeah, go on, Jeremy.
yeah, the kind of I look on it still like you meet a girl and you meet her, a body ride and thing. And
Right.
when you're not going on the relationship now, and you see her way body ride go road, you tell her say that's a no. So that's how I interpret it because you want her know you meet her like this, but now you want her to change.
Yeah, it can
No,
be looked at
I
like that
think
too,
it,
Jeremy.
yeah, it does play a role in that, but it also play a role in what I'm saying, channel. When I
Yeah.
meet her, you see her at the battery and I'm love and the fascinate and the early onset of the relationship. Every time I go, I see her the battery and I say, yeah, my woman look. Mm. But then, as I said, when it starts second long now, when I go to as much, but when she go to that friend and she at the battery, I like, yes,
To put
go
on a
put on
church.
some more. You see me? So
No, and
essentially,
I can tell you why that happens in a snipe. Initially, right, that appeal of the party rider and stuff, while you're in the chase trying to gain the female's attention and approval, all of those things are appealing to you. But now, once you're in that relationship where you can say, no, this is my girl, subconsciously, you're thinking, well, if she got a road in the battery rider and so the same way I did see her and approach her, other men are going to see her and approach her.
So is it approach or is it no trust?
It could be both, Jeremy. It could be me trust my woman for, if no matter the kind of approach she get, for shun the approach. And it could be, well, this is my woman. I want to cover her up because me don't want nobody else see her then. This is mine. So it could be a bit
as,
of both.
as we say, it depends. It depends on the conditions of it. Because as a simpler issue, but as we say, if she have fling off her dress anywhere anywhere she come home, she just fling anywhere. That not trust issue. You just don't like the fact that she had her underwear anyway.
That is truly disturbing. If she just coming and throw that don't sound right.
It happens though. But yeah, it all depends. And I guess when you think about it, you have different things that may cause this kind of conflict in a relationship. And one thing I look and say, it depends on what it is, what causes it, if it should change, and should you change it. Because one, you have to wait. Is this something you can live with? And if not, what are you asking the person to give up to change that for you? So you have to wait, basically, how well it can, what's this word? Compromise to meet each other in the middle.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree with you, Snipe. Right? But you know, when it comes to a man and how them want to change, I would have said more than half of the time it regards to her dress when it's with friends, or her demeanor of her body. Because I think we tend to look at it as, you know, this is my girl now. We are together, you know, this is mine in a sense. Not saying that we can own a female, but you know, in a sense, this is my girl, this is mine. So you want her live up to a standard that you want. Dress different going out, you know, want nobody see her, you know, no put our underwear anywhere. Because in the initial stage, when she wasn't really yours, you never mind. But also, you know, females, when enter a relationship, eventually they start expecting changes of the male as well.
It goes both ways.
You know what happened to some of my time, and is the initial stage, and I've asked several females this, and to me feel like they're not truthfully answer me. When you put yourself together, right? The root purpose of putting yourself together, is it that you do it because you feel like say this picture you look good in it, or you seek validation from your friend to say, boy, yeah man, she look good, or you seek attraction from males? So when she put herself together, but right now, that initial stage where she do it, probably attraction she seek. She get your attraction now, you know. You will say to yourself, say, me see what you have, you know what you have, me not think nobody else need to see it. But then in a fear mind, me probably insecure myself. So I go put on this man called, you know, I'm not necessarily say me want a man look me, no, but because me I look some sort of validation, me will continue just like this. No, it is a root mentality where she have. So when you find an issue with it now, she can't see past where you yourself understand why would I have a problem with it. But to she, this is my way of seeking my validation. But you, the male on the other side, I say, boy, me don't validate you already. You don't need to dress so for nobody else see you. Me don't tell you, say you look this and you look that, and you know your body stay already. Why would you need to change how you are just skimmed if other people see you? And then you have to remember to yourself there, what was the foundation of the relationship? Because some relationships start too fast. With me see you look sexy, me talk to you, days after we start sex and we have sex and our sex, the relationship was based or founded on the sex. But then now the man starts thinking in sex and get comfortable in sex, he must take it beyond the sex. What if the female is still in that phase? The relationship is all about the sex. But the man probably move on past that. And it can be vice versa. The man still in the sex years, the woman past that, she want a man where having head together, have a future plan, but in reality, him still in the sex phase. And then she know our intern, I want him to change certain lifestyles, stop them loose spending there, stop the party. But when you just meet him, a loose spending, they're going to be a party. But you have to remember, you have to remember what was the foundation. And then now each individual move from the foundation and move on. When in reality, you should have a stable foundation and make this thing clear. Say, boy, at this me I look fine now. And she say, boy, at this me I look for too, or meet a compromise. That not happen. We move fast gone in the relationship and then we're gonna make demands when we never make things clear from the beginning.
That's one of the things too, you know. So true, but that's one of the things too, you know. No one is brave enough to say, well, listen, this is what I'm looking for right now. Right? Yeah, nobody not brave enough to step up and say, look, man, I don't want a relationship, you know? This is what I want right here and right now. So, you know, I guess it's just something that comes with the territory. Once the relationship gets, you know, stronger, deeper, go on for a period of time, each other start expect the other to change. But you know, there's rational changes and there's irrational expectations.
Yeah.
True.
Just like if a female meet a man and him have a certain vocabulary, and then 2-3 weeks later now you're gonna say, come on, class, I keep who tell us the man in academics. Him never tell us him in academics. And then you irrationally I go say, come start a degree where the man could have barely finished high school.
Exactly.
It's a good expectation, you know, but it's sort of irrational.
Exactly. It's a good expectation that you have. You are thinking of each other, but irrational. Right?
And that's why I come out down to say, there's something where you have to go with. Is it something you can live with? And what exactly are you asking of that person? Is that too much for the person to give up or put effort into? That is what eventually I'll come down to. Wait, can you live with that? Can the person manage to do that? It's not so if it can't work, we can't find a compromise, then no to have a long-term, a toxic relationship.
Well, I couldn't live with her throwing her panties everywhere. That just disgusting.
Yeah, me either. But let me ask a question. In terms of, you know, expectations, rational or irrational, you feel like male have more rational or irrational expectations on females?
You see, that's a quick. You see, we already answered. We don't have any expectation.
All right. When I know and Pinto, and I feel that one of our as males biggest problem. Because the other day I sit down and say to myself that when a woman go for a man, even though at the initial stage she might not say
we talk about this in an episode.
Well, no? Yeah, she have a list, you know, where she would have look for. You know the man look for? She does beard, she smell her right, and the front right.
And she can't cook.
Which we are sell ourselves short. Because when we work with them they alone, any woman and them go on anywhere with anybody, they call vessel one. She have something between her foot and I discontrol it.
Totally agree, Chad. We don't say we need a woman where employed. She work this. She have a nice car. She have a house up there, so and so on. No, we just want a woman.
If she have fried dumpling without no oil in the pot, we not business. We still at work with it because we look at something between our foot. And because we are ourselves so short, that's a lot of females on the road.
Chad, as Pinto said, this is something I mentioned in our episode before. And to me, as I said, it comes down to the traditional behavior of men. Technically, we are supposed to be the provider. So technically, as I said, we're supposed to have everything. So the only reason we're going to need a woman is for the comfort, the sex, and reproduction, basically. So our demands for the woman is not as high as when she, and reality is that's what she's brought up to with, as to in terms of where she's supposed to look for in a man. A man will have certain status, he have certain money, certain things he can provide. So I just from tradition,
we need to get rid of that tradition, because that tradition is madness.
It's taking time ago still now.
Well, in unnecessarily madness, it just needs little alteration.
No, Chad, it's madness. I don't care what anybody wants.
We're the Pinto here, we're going to say a little alteration. How is it that you want to take up the people, them girl child, in and out her, and then that is it? Nothing. You can't assist her in no way, no farm, in her work. Your education is all right, but you want to go in and out and do all sort of things with the people, them girl child. Because bear in mind, you take her from the comfort of her home, where probably her mother or whoever, assist her certain provider. You say, no man, come man, left mommy yard, come on my yard, come sleep. Just look in and out, nothing after that.
But Chad, this is where I agree with Jeremy, because like you said, we don't really have a list where we are looking for upstanding woman is anything where we can get. No,
Yeah.
what if that
That's
woman?
how you, Brian.
No,
It
but that's
sound
true.
weird,
No, but
but
that's
it's
true.
true.
Because
That's
if
true.
Reality is reality.
if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
if you don't identify what you want, then anything come your way you gotta take.
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
True.
She doesn't have all the comforts that you are talking about, Chad, right? She has none of the comforts of home and no support system and nothing.
Mhm.
But because you never set yourself and she was there,
Mhm.
you and her start, right? And you and her start on a level that are almost equal. You may have a little one room, bathroom, and kitchen. She not have nothing. All of a sudden, her expectations start become more because guess what? She start look on her checklist and realize, well, he have a little one room, but he not a car. And the work can do me here a week time. And her expectations start grow and become unreasonable based on the level of the man.
You know what? Sometimes the problem, Brian, someone still like believe in this traditional way because in reality,
Exactly.
them hold something over the woman, and that's just reality.
True.
Because since
True.
you're the main provider in that relationship, and you
Mhm.
basically, if she go a road, you could probably say, no, you can't go to
No.
because
Yes.
so someone refuse to date a strong woman, we date a woman who financially stable because they know he can hold certain conversation, he can stop her
Exactly.
from going out and so forth. So I guess in reality,
And
some of us man just weak.
and this
True.
is it, Jeremy.
But no, it's not just
Osmo,
weak.
hold on.
Keep in mind, enough of them independent, strong man established. If a man is on her level higher, she not pay no attention.
Then why should we, if we dep on a higher level, pay pay attention to somebody that's not on our level or higher?
But
Snipe,
the reality now, a successful man have a draw a successful woman towards him.
Not necessarily, not enjoy anything,
Exactly.
No, in reality, no. Let's be real. To build something together, you're not gonna come down and say, hey, yo, me just gonna talk to any riffraff.
True.
Don't disrespect to any woman. If you
don't put it up.
if you reach a pinnacle of your career and not financially in your life, the woman where you go after are somebody where can stand beside you financially
match your energy.
Match your energy. Of course, you might have a side piece. That's a different argument.
No, hold on.
Yeah, that's a different topic.
No, what me I say, Pinto. No, Mona say she has to be on my status or my level, but it's her ambition. As I said, she can match my energy. If me realize that she's willing to work and grow, so me already at the top. I realize she's willing to work and grow. No, right now she not nothing, but me see she have the ambition to work and grow. I would work with her.
So you would take up a woman with nothing if you're successful.
Yeah.
I see the other way around. Some woman don't do that, You see, that's why when I get left in a life because woman them always choose where they want.
And that is it. Remember now, women said they're a 21st century modern woman, and we still look on this traditional man as being this and being that. And the woman them far gone leave that already. Them put on that the kind of thinking there. They're the 21st century modern.
By all means, no. Every man have a right to choose, but you say me not believe in that traditional thinking or behaving. That just me.
I agree with you, man. 21st century them say so.
But where you say, Chad?
For me, and maybe I say this, and when we say it play over some people and probably they don't really fathom what me I say. I've grown to the point where I don't really look at age, as in if you're a child, are you a big man, are you a man, woman, boy, or girl. Me see everybody as a human being. So I say the same respect me give a big man, the child, me give the child the same respect. You get me I say? So me, if me go take up somebody, as well Snipe that say, it can be, you're not saying me I sell myself short, but I'm going to say to myself, me a human just like you. However, if you can bring something to the table that benefit both of us, be willing to work with it because it don't make no sense. All right, me big man there up at the top now as a big man. If you just bypass somebody just because they don't reach at the top, it's not necessarily their fault when you're not at the top, Sometimes some
No.
people just want to look a push start, you know.
No,
And
we
you
not
put
say
that
that.
push start there.
We not say that.
No, Chad, but you see what you say? If you can bring something to the table.
You can't just come on the table and eat, go away, sir.
But and I agree. And that's what a lot, and that's what the problem is. We now say, listen, the table is there enough, but you can bring something to the table. No, we say the table there and the spread there, the knife in the cupboard jar, and you know, just go and eat.
Like what me and Brian said, and we pretty much seen like on the same table, you know. Make we have a list too, and put some things on the list too, and work with the list too. No, me want a woman or pick a woman where probably has. Me don't know if struggle equal positive. Me don't know. Somebody do the maths and tell me.
but Pinto, you run the risk.
That not really work.
But what I know, Pinto, you run the risk, and sometimes you have to just man up and work with it still. You run the risk of being labeled as a mama man. Cause guess what you talk about? You're soft, you're girl, tough up man, and
Really,
you know what I'm saying? Yes.
So that I kind of agree with Snipe and Chad on two things then.
Me not surprised, Travi. You would never agree with me.
Well, Snipe with the
only an
ambitious
Arsenal
thing.
matters.
Because when you have ambition, you know, as I say, sometimes you just need when you can see that person ambition, as you say, it's just like them want also. Because as Chad said, majority of the time it's not for them fault why them done this. And the next thing of Chad find out about the respect. Me successful, you successful. But now this nobody, but sometimes I this so the respect not there more while. Because them feel like so, because you have that and you have that, you can't talk to me, you can't listen, you cannot. Sometimes the same respect is not there. You see me? But when you find say a person where have it a little less, we tend to give more respect sometime, you know. But Jeremy, I understand what you said to as well, no, because
Travi,
technically, Travi, the person with less have a look on you will have more than them. So of course I'm gonna give you a kind of respect.
And that is exactly what I'm gonna say, Jeremy. Is it because you have more?
No, genuine respect not that about.
So not genuine respect that too?
Genuine respect. No, you can a person can respect a person just for them you know. And respect a person.
No, but when I said Travi, if
them,
that female see you, right? Like we say you're pretty much then a better standing than her, right? Naturally, most cases she want to give that respect because she can see it as you helping her.
So, all right, most yes. In this,
that's why I named class of the real podcast. Now we are keep it real.
But you still have
100%.
You still have females out there, you know, where we you know, genuine like that, and just a Jeremy in this time, I know the female them label themselves as the 21st century females and so nothing wrong if a man list out where him want to like where female man list out some man with this and that and Ray and Tay. Me not disagree upon a part either. You see me? But I kinda agree with all 3 points.
Well, here's the thing. We are gonna need a female to give them input on them points, yeah. Because we don't want to look like we're one-sided.
Nah, Brian, they might call me your mama, man.
Yes, no man. Me and you will be mama, man.
No, don't do that, Pinto.
Well, you know, when you see on, I think on Facebook, when you see it, I think last year I saw a female, and that come from a female. When I see it, I say, oh, geez, much them could have said this too. She said, there are some females, you come with your long list, right? You want a man who can drive. You want a man with a car, but you can't drive. You want a man where work X amount of money. You never work in your life yet. You want a man where family minded. Your family situation, right? You list out all of these things where you want in a man. And you can't compliment it none at all. So why you want it?
So basically she just want to be a sponge. You just want to live off of somebody.
So a lot of these females, them list out, check some of them criteria. Oh, want a man that tall, dark and handsome, but you're short and ugly. You're unfit. You get what I say? So you can't list out what you want from a man, and you yourself, you can't reach the requirement. You can't say, no, I want to perform art surgery. You never got school for doctoring yet.
So Chad, you saying that now, Chad? Based on what Pinch and Brian I say, if them are going to write them list, them can't put on the pan for them list. We're higher than for them level then.
That's how we get to snipe.
All right, it's not. All right. Say for instance, you want a female who is respectable. Make sure you have manners too, and you're courteous. You get me? I say you want a female where just moderate. Make sure your pants not drop, your underpants
So
not show.
basically, what I said, Chad, is that any list that we are creating, make sure that you either kick something off yourself or you work on it.
Work. That's the key point for me.
Yeah.
Work on it.
Because that's a one. Because that's a one. The tone is a team, you know. The tone is a team, and in order for the team work, the two of you work. Because look on football. Me can't up on the field, I defend, and the keeper and I go to sleep. That make no sense. If you I go to sleep and I defend out backside, it not gonna work.
Well, I guess
we're not going to talk about football after that.
All right.
What Chavi just say? What Chavi has said?
I think that will be the case where Snipe said about the ambition.
Okay.
Thank you, Travis.
Because
Yeah.
the person, yes, you can have a bicycle and you want somebody who have a car, but not saying you don't want a car too, you know. You have the ambition, but you just don't have the level of reach up there. That means that you're going to use the person to fit in the car. You want one for yourself too. Isn't it? But you have the ambition to get one now. But oh yeah, I get it.
So, Chad, hold on. So, Chavi, let me ask that question. So, I'm to the point now where you have the bicycle and the man with the car pick you up and you animal roll.
Man,
why
you
know start learn up? No, not Chavi, man. Pick up the female. What kind of low thing that, man? Why?
No,
Why?
that's why I say. That's why I say if you genuinely, I go, but learn or have that person help you, but not use that person for them up. You using that person now, if them have a car, you just a drive night every day and never get to that person say, yeah, they can use me for drive.
Yeah.
That's true. You want them pick you up, all the right world and never yet try to learn for drive. That's true. Use.
But Andy, you know, a couple months ago, me they asked a question on my WhatsApp, and me don't know if because me ask it for that day, nobody no message me. Look at it, right? You can do your own research. You always just see the female post. We be carry them, we be buy them, we be do. But you don't see them and say, boy, you know, so me buy my man this, and me carry my man go here. So. You know, my man want go barber, me carry him go barber and do him here. And me keep on ask the question, why is it that the female always a post where the man do fear, but she never yet a post that she do. You can't, if 10 female posts, probably one out of the 10, I go say, boy, you know, me do this to my man.
Real talk, chap. Real talk.
And, and guess what? As we go back to we man, I sell ourselves short. I mean, you just do everything for the female. She do for you, just lay down on the bed, and that's all your desire, nothing else.
I'll get it for birthday, Christmas, Valentine's.
I know that we just got to say all up in there. That we just got to set you all up in there.
We get it, yeah. I will take it.
You know what? It have to be a case where it have to be a case where mentally, emotionally, man have to evolve to a stage where that thing between our foot now got control you.
Can't be the pulling point.
Because it's so me and my female they live together and we have a little disagreement and support. She will look short up and me take past him, you know. For me, it's not I don't want it, you know. It's not me not want it. But me now gonna make you use it and hang it in front of me and say, all right, it can't go work. But we as man, we feel like we're powerless to it. So anything she say, once she said chop lock, meaning weak, you don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're right, Chad. You're right. But we have to stick to pin another point there. Because like how with the pan, the whole male and female topic, we want to ask that thing. And this is true with maybe 90% of Jamaican men. Right? If not men in general, worldwide. Why are men so reluctant to visit the doctor or get counseling?
Because like what Chavi said, you must soldier it up and suck it up.
Must be a real G.
Yeah, real G.
No.
It have a look away, Brian, if we talk about it.
No, that's true. That's true. As some most men think, you know. No man no one knows say them sick, you know. A man knows say him sick today, you know. You know what I got? I tell you, I don't know, you know. And today, no, tomorrow, there, you can start
Sure,
spread
sure.
all kind of something, you know. All that thing you're
So,
going sick.
hold on. So you say when the females, most of them sick, they're not stressed too?
No, them stress, but me don't know what the man
No,
them,
but
like man them
And
stress them. Just
but Brian,
I'll tell you what it is.
Brian, on one of our previous episodes, you said that support system for female
And Jermaine, that's exactly the point I was going to
is
touch on.
much stronger than the male,
And
because
for male.
if I'm going through something and I like, as much as me a snipe good and I trust him, and I like me I take up the phone and call snipe and yo snipe me I go through this. Chad I'm next door name and I like me I go over and place and say yo Chad XYZ. We suck it up.
Tough it out.
Just go and be a G.
so the
Because
ego then.
that a part of it as well. Because the next thing when my thing I say, I wonder where snipe and Chad think about me, I know where I'm going. Man say Jeremy soft man.
No, for real, no. I think being vulnerable is a weakness for us, men. You wouldn't like feel vulnerable. And going to the doctor is that one of the best ways to make us feel vulnerable. Especially when you have to take off your clothes, trust me, man.
But let me ask a question here. When last any man in our group got doctor?
Oh, 6 months ago.
Me,
It is
me,
sick.
well, me did go.
Last week I go Tuesday.
Me
You're
did
sick,
go.
sick.
But I know me did go. I think in a September. And the reason why it did get too serious and it never feels so right. So me I say, boy,
Yeah, that's all the time man really go doctor.
You ain't not feel right.
yeah, when it too serious.
When it get too serious.
Yo,
You know, so,
you know how long my wife I tell me forgot doctor. And me I
That's the
say,
next reason
good
too.
man, nothing wrong with me, man. Me all right, man.
that I think we're always all right, man.
Yeah, right. Same diagnosis.
The
But
next
that
thing,
exactly.
it come like if it's not a female doctor, man, no man going to come. They are working, and hear this youth that say, him feel sick. And he might go to the doctor. And like you mentioned, say, my God, Dr. John. And the man's saying that, no, you can't go Dr. John. That man love feed up man too much and something. Not in the wrong way, you know. But the youth have to him, no. And I like say the man want do it, and do it. I work him and do, you know. No man, I feel me up because I have to just stay so. So that stigma they will have.
No, but
you were going. Well, you were going to, you know, and it go back to pride and the culture we brought up, you know. All right.
Yes,
It's
sir.
how much away? 6 away there, so now.
yeah.
Out of the 6 away, which other way? Brave enough to say, all right, then we there start talking and say, you know, say me woman I give me bun, she sleep with Mr. John round this up. No way. Not that brave to say the 6 away attack and just say that out of the
No,
blue.
Chad, we're not that brave because the moment you come off of the line, you think say all the way I chat about Chad.
Yes, and then you say to yourself, say, boy, you know, and then we might make a little joke outside. It might not be serious, it might be serious. We don't want to hear that part there. And the support system not there. So if a man either hurt him, before him telling Bridget, I think twice, because he say, me that hurt me now. Yes, sir, if you can't get no rum for drink, then they can't come apart and mac and jeer him. You get me saying? You know, so my girlfriend box me, I never do nothing about it. Yeah, beating stick. The support not there, they fit to the man say, why she box you? You can avoid it and support him and, you know,
Shadia, preach.
Yeah, you know, say true. We never see him ask those questions. You know, say true. We never ask those questions.
The culture where in a way have to be rough and tough and just tough it out, which 80% of we mentally we can't do that, you know.
You know, Chad.
But as Brian said earlier, it's part of an earlier episode we have always say, the mental support for not just mental support, the mental build of a woman versus a man. Because it's a fact and research has shown that a man and a woman find out they're sick for cancer. It's 90% likely that the man will go dead first.
True.
Because the man was so
true.
Yeah.
Right. Eventually, the woman mentally, she can care herself. She got probably mash up there the first couple of months, but eventually she'll find ways to get past it. Well, the man, with the whole course of it, we should not fret about it.
No, but it's true. Yeah, listen, man. I personally don't like a doctor. Unless, like I said, the situation worse.
Dire.
Dire. Because I remember the one time I do a AIDS test, I just say I now go back period. Please. Because I was already nervous. And
You're freaked down.
yes, Brian, I'm afraid. And then the
Come on.
doctor turned around and look at me and said, well, Mr. Pintel, you know what HIV is? Automatically me think me have it now, you know. Me
Yo,
pressure high.
listen, man. Jeremy, I know exactly how you feel. I do it twice. And every time I do it, yo, it's like my blood pressure soar. I lose all weight, sweat, everything. Just in another time period, and then to wait for the result.
So just like
We men, we have a natural fear of bad diagnosis, the possibility of bad diagnosis.
True.
Because that's one of the reasons why we don't really want to go doctor. Because me go there and say, yo, doctor, my uncle hurt me. I might tell some I have AIDS in my brain. That mash up, dog. But don't let so.
But Snipe, look at the simple thing as a prostate. And it's unfortunate that the man will check your prostate at that, you know. No man now go subject himself. He prefer wait till independent. When I know man, he prefer wait independent bed and doctor said, oh geez, you know, so prostate. And the reason why you're there because enlarged can never check it.
But and that's the thing women that go on to this the homosexuality stigma. You don't want to go a doctor for certain things because if doctor gonna drop your pants.
Yeah.
As a man, you know that, you know. Yeah.
Chad, let me ask you a question, Chad, would you do a prostate test?
All right, and you answer it. Me don't want to be too technical, because when we just hear the whole prostate thing come out, me start freak and worry. Because me ever said me want my 3 score and 10 where Father God promised me, and based on what they're saying, you really worry about your prostate at a particular age. I have to take into consideration your lifestyle and your diet. So if me reach that age, you know, I'm realize say my lifestyle and my diet might lead towards that. Me not have no choice but to go check. Because to me, you know, me prefer go check and them say, no, sir, it time we work on it and then we look we live to be 100 and enough. Or me be regular Jamaican man, what man now put that on me, 2 weeks past me dead.
Right.
To me, that doesn't make sense. The life go to waste.
Me agree with you, man.
All right. Me put in my 2 cents and say, I've had my prostate check. But me do as much as I said, do I go somewhere to find a female doctor. Yeah, the idea of a man, I think that's the homosexual mentality, the idea of a man doing it, yeah, just the idea of doing a prostate test, that mash up my mind.
Well, anyway,
so if you go make a man do it,
anyway, you take a man or woman, you lose your virginity. So
you don't know.
That's why nobody don't want to do it now. That's why nobody don't want to do it.
Exactly. But for me though, as me say, I would do it in the event that me realize say we fall in the category of one of the risk.
Yeah, and your lifestyle.
Yeah,
totally
and
agree.
Yeah, man, that's what Chad saying, because based on what them say, when you're chopping in your 40s, them region, then people start look up that. And the next thing is the lifestyle. Let's say, as me with my weight, that at the front. So that's why me I forgot to do it earlier just to make sure.
Jeremy, yeah, I forgot to do it too, you know. I know me have to do it, you know, because the way me drinking a swim around a fluid cousin.
You go first.
Me go and tell you. Yeah, man, me go and tell you. I make you know, say, yo, you have to cough and inhale.
Jesus.
But another reason why men, if you say men, run from the whole doctor and counseling thing, you know. There's this thing called the Superman complex.
Yeah.
And I need to explain what that means. We just feel like, we're on top of the world and the Iron Man. And it also comes from the whole caveman days where, but then we not know doctor, the man them not a doctor, nothing. Naturally, them get better. So,
But
you get to sit there.
The thing about, you know, that look like it not changing anytime soon, you know.
No, I don't think it will ever change, you know.
The whole man, you know, that Superman complex where a man can and talk to somebody and, you know, and stuff like that. That look like it not changing.
Who knows? Probably a movement I go start, because we have movement for everything now, you know. So, probably a movement start and the band them eyes and go say,
Snipe is in a man
female
movement.
Starts movement, exactly. A female start movement, Snipe. So, it dark in the man them corner again.
True.
But
True.
even something like counseling, where I just
That's another
use
vulnerability
your
thing.
feelings. Yeah. Is it vulnerable or just hear say you're wrong or expose yourself? Why? No.
All of them things there, because that's
Pride
not
and
falling at the
feeling
Superman.
vulnerable.
Yeah, man.
But,
It's
all right,
part of the Superman complex to where you feel say, yo, as I said a while ago, you're always right. It's part of the Superman complex, you're always right. So to the psychologist tell you say, yo, for the truth, no, you're wrong this and this is how you approach it. You're gonna take offense to it. You might not directly say it to him or her, but instead you're gonna take offense to it and you might end up go home angry and go take out all the issues for my wife because he might tell you say you're wrong. And as far as you're concerned, you're man of the house, you're not supposed to wrong.
In reality, Brian, I don't think that easy if you just sit and just let somebody in as a man.
But me I go store the pot now.
What we are cook?
Me I go store the pot. A soup we always cook, man. You know, feel like say white or Caucasian male. We go to the doctor more frequently or easier than a black male. And we go to counseling more easier than a black male.
Because guess what happened? You see, the Caucasian male, based on his upbringing, this is just my observation. Based on his upbringing, you are free and allowed to express yourself with little to no prejudice, as opposed to the black man. As opposed to the black man, a black man, which black man you know when I walk around and see a brother in a club and say, "Bomba, they look like him just good, man. That shows I fit him, man." Him now go say that even if him think it, because in a female mind, if me say that now the backlash I'm gonna receive are the prejudice, him can't deal with that, so him not gonna express himself.
But Chad, this come from far still, this.
But Chad have a point.
Yeah, because let me tell you, and that is why even with my partner, when I go say certain things, me say to her, me go say something, but I don't want the prejudice to come with it. Allow me to express how I feel. You can give your opinion, but not prejudice me. And me say to her, I say, based on your reaction, that will let me know if me share certain things with you, I have to keep it to myself. You get me? I say, and the typical Jamaican man, him can't take the pressure and the prejudice will come with certain. So him just not gonna say it. So for him now take up himself and go get medical treatment and get counseling, I say, hey, me go tell my brethren, say, no, so I'm going to see one counselor, them all laugh him to scan. And then it have to come back down to the individual himself, because me that go through something the other day, and my way of dealing with things, I push down the rug and move on, because I'm a man, I'm stronger than that. You get me, I say?
Yeah.
But then over the years, me continually doing it, it now make the situation no better.
And I need the rug to get full up at some point,
And then what did it reach me? It's like me couldn't handle it. You get me? I say, and it reached a state where I showed my friend and say, boy, because she's a counselor. And I said to her, I said, me need to talk to you. And then me just saying that is like me start to realize and understand when me really I got through and me did really need somebody to talk to. But the typical man, we not gonna do that, because we're a man and we're strong. And you, the individual, say to yourself, so what you prefer? Deal with that burden here and walk around with it every day, or deal with the stress of somebody that can laugh after you look a while and you talk about your situation and you get through it. You have to decide.
Deal with
but
it
even
every
that
day.
way of saying that, Chad, that remind me of my relationship with me, and remember me there something bad on me, and because I'm sitting and I'm with her about it, and she actually reasons me properly. End up that couple months down the line, to fear a friend, they hear about all of them things there, and it was in a positive light. It's exactly my point. So in that conversation when I had, got me concerned. Yeah, man, woman, the person should understand me, she just provide solutions and then thing there.
And then
So
she
yeah,
tell
me
someone.
laugh after you.
But unfortunately, I said when she go back and tell her friend them, she a look down for me, a weak man, and all of them things there, brother. So all of them things that add to one.
Just never right for your circle snipe.
Personally, it affect me now. The next thing I'm going to relation with. I mean, I got to put to open up with them the personal problem.
Totally understand.
That's true. We can jump in here, so.
Yeah,
because,
man.
Chad, I agree with you totally, especially on the counseling part, because I have been someone who has gone through a lot of counseling in my life growing up, because I've gone through a lot of mental and emotional issues. You understand? And my thank God right now, I have a safe space among some group of men where I can sit down and reason with on a level. I was share with Jermaine, but my pastor one. You understand? Because he's not the only my pastor, me and him are genuine friends. You understand? I respect him as my pastor, but me and him have a friend relationship where we can talk to him about anything. You understand? Because he's a football fan as well, so me and him have that relatability there and stuff, you see me? I also have some other man at my church where we can sit down together and we can reason. Our next community are youth where we do Bible study together. More we on Zoom call and we chat about what go on in our life and all that. So anything me I deal with, I have the man that we can. So, and here is another safe space I have too. I said so we must embrace that. A lot of us don't want to embrace it because when we're up on corner, we want to bridge them out for do all kind of foolishness and hype and floss and you see me I say? But we not ask someone so we're mentally what go on in their life. You see me I say, yo.
But you see the reality is real. Yes, you got to chat. So chat, how was your day? You saw that just sounds strange.
and that is the thing, Jermaine. How many everyday man have them kind of safe space there? So when you see a friend and you link up, it's more of a yo what go on, but you don't really want to know what go on, you know.
Then the question is, are we really genuine friends to each other? Because your friends supposed to care about your well-being. I want to see you good.
You can't say that. I would say that even though me now got in-depth conversation with you, you still have your well-being at heart. But some conversations that I still may not got done with you.
But all right, Snipe. Me go say you depressed, Snipe. I'm not careful to ask you, Snipe, what go on.
But Ryan,
all right. How much time, Snipe? I'm check for my answer, Snipe. Where are you, my youth? Everything good?
Well, I said no, and me look on that already. I appreciate you come and check for me and say you really say I'm not my usual say, but even within that, to the most part, me not gonna tell you what my issue. I say my good man, I'm gonna tell you something simple.
Exactly.
So what I'm advocating is that we need to have a mindset change.
But Ryan, how do you see something right with Snipe and dig down in it? How do you ask the questions that need to be asked?
Sometimes just be straightforward, I believe. Just ask. And I'm see make a post. I'm a genuine concern. And the day come, I'm see him one away. I'm call him one side, I'm say, yo, dog, where I did? I say that at me, so yo, all things. And it make me know so him that go through some things, but him start deal with it. You see me I say? I'm say, I'm encourage him. I'm say, oh yeah, trust God. Eh?
Did he go in depth as in to talk to you, to express what he was doing?
And where we did there, we could have got in depth. You understand? Our men did up on the move. But him assure me say, yo, as a sniper said too, him assure me say, yo, him good. And I say, all right, I made necessary steps them. I'm say, yeah, man, I reason with somebody. And you see me, I say?
But Ryan, you see like what Snipe said earlier on when he shared something with his girlfriend. Yes, the thing is who to trust. Because imagine you tell one of your brethren something and then him go spread it to the next friend and the next friend go spread it to our next friend. And that's the thing, we find it hard to trust somebody, open up and trust that person. Because if you can tell your girlfriend and then she go tell somebody, then who you can trust?
Exactly. Doesn't that show that them people is never right for your life?
No.
I'll take a positive spin from that perspective.
No, Ryan. Speak the truth. How many?
I say from personal experience in the journey.
Hold on, like Ninja Man say, hold on. Oh, 6 of us in here, right? How many of us got secretive information from somebody and they will go on and tell somebody else? Speak the truth.
And let me just get to what I'm going to print to say. At the end of the day, it's like what they use trust because you are Pinto. This is why rumors we always spread because I trust.
Yeah.
You're trust. Me trust you. So me tell you my secret. You trust Brian. You tell Brian my secret. Brian trust Ryan. Tell Ryan my secret. And I say it just continue on the road. And if you're interested with some motor match, we just tell the whole world one time. Essentially, and I tell you, it's essentially because I trust your secret spread.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I know you have to take into consideration too, so you see, sometimes some persons what a secret to you, to me, and a secret, So you come and say, well, you know, I tell you something. I say, what going on? You know, say, me book me to, or me step in a shit to you, you know. You don't want nobody know you step in a shit. But to me, tell us, we run so we talk about shit. I say, oh, you know, say someone step in a shit because to me, that's not really secret. And there are some things where are real secret, but some persons, I don't know if it's maturity or you know, if the person kind of intellectually inclined for know say certain things not make for talk back, you know, and them just talk.
Hey, I'm gonna tell Chad said my son and my own, and then Brian see my son later and say, "What are you look like Pinto?" And then Chad goes, "Let me tell you something."
All right.
Same so. Which all could have been avoided if you did do a DNA test.
You know? I know the next thing too, we like to use people as example.
True.
True.
So, me know the problem and me and Chada talk and Chada say, I say, you know, some
Pinto
people
do
look
this.
like that too. You see me? I end up sell it out.
So I guess males and a whole kind of without the safety of, you know, good security, good support system like what female have, will always have a problem with counseling.
Yep.
And bear in mind, Brian, these things happen on the female side as well. When them tell a friend, I just spread like wildfire.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
But a
They
female,
handle it differently.
A female always talk.
And that's the thing, you know, Jeremy. They can take counseling better than we can.
True.
We don't listen, man. No listen, you know.
We are so man. We are listening. We will tell.
Man, let them talk.
We talk ago.
That's
we are real G, you know. But you know, with that said, man, them we have anything to say, you know.
Indeed.
Yeah, man, we're going anything to say, man, because it's been some thought-provoking conversation. And for anyone listening, we're not bashing females, we're not bashing doctors or counselors or counseling. This is how we personally feel.
I'm straight up bashing the woman that give man jack.
Me understand why, yeah, because I mean, come on. To me, the worst thing I could have done to a man. You don't get no lower than that.
No, you can't cut off his balls.
So you're going to sit down and make you cut off your balls? Okay.
No.
But hey, Chad, the demasculating a male, you know.
Oh, God.
When you cut off him balls, you know, or give him a jacket, you know. I see him thing, you know.
Hey, you see, especially mental, you see, if you strip the manhood from the man, oh, God, man.
And imagine if I your son, your one son, every man want a son. You find out Santa year. But man and man, we haven't done it yesterday before we go back in that topic there, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, we just encourage everybody that listen to this podcast to leave them comment on the various topics, whatever point, you know, strike a nerve with you. Leave your comment, because see your comment and can highlight and address your comment in the next episode. And again, we're going to encourage everybody, like, listen, share and subscribe. You know, we want to reach 100 subscribers by the month for done. So, you know, help us get there.
Christmas present too.
Yeah, man, and definitely big up to a guest as well.
Yeah, to all that, you know, all the guests were coming into the chat. You don't know you're one of the real ones. You can forward anytime. Chris, you know, back there in Australia, we have to send her a big up. Jenn and Andy, mental crack. You know, I wonder if they're still sober at this point. Send them a big up too. And to all of the people who were reason with every day, still not like and subscribe. Jeremy, and we what?
Yeah, man, we see you. And
see you, man.
My final comment, 6 of us in the room. The number said 1 out of every 5. All right. I'll leave it at that.
Brian done own it up already.
Yeah, man.
Bless up on yourself, man. Bless up.
Man, them. What good.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Up top.